Today in AP Psych, the topic is gender, technology, and cultural influences on the expression of emotion. And our objective is to describe how cultural influences shape emotional expression, including nonverbal communication. The three main components of emotion that we have discussed before is physiological arousal, conscious experience, and expressive behaviors. Today we're going to be focusing on the expressive behaviors. These are the theories of emotion that you need to know, and you need to review these before we have any kind of assessment on emotion. In your notebook, if you can make a new page for expressing emotion, and think about the following questions and write them answers in your notebook. What gender differences have you experienced or are aware of with regard to emotion? And give some specific details. What influence has technology had on our ability to express emotion? And then discuss and provide some examples of how culture influences emotion and how it's expressed. Most of us are good at deciphering emotions through nonverbal communication. In a crowd of faces, a single angry face will pop out faster than a single happy face. We're especially good at detecting threats. That comes naturally to us. But experience can sensitize us to particular emotions as well. Our nature-nurture environment debate in emotion. Abused children are much quicker than other children to spot signals of anger in nonverbal communication. Gender, emotion, and nonverbal behavior. Even though our brains are amazing detectors of subtle expressions, we're not very good at detecting deception or lies. If you can see this picture of Paul Ekman, who is a very famous researcher, psychologist who studied emotion and emotional expression, which do you think is the real smile and which do you think is the fake? Women are much better at discerning nonverbal emotions than men. When shown sad, happy, and scary film clips, women expressed more emotions than men did. And women can also pick out phony couples from pictures and discern which of two people in a photo is the other's supervisor. Technology and emotion. At first, technology made reading and expressing emotions difficult. People struggled with nonverbal clues. You know how you need context, and when you're reading someone, you heard what they say on the page or on your screen is different than how it would sound if they were saying it in person. You can't read emotions from their voice, because we can also detect emotion in people's voices. Luckily, they invented emojis. And now we can express strong emotions with technology. And that's good, but sometimes it cannot be good, right? Sometimes we can abuse and have really negative things happening on technology, bullying and Twitter rants. Now, as far as culture and emotional expression, when people from different cultures were shown basic facial expressions, they did very well at recognizing each emotion, according to Ekman and Matsumoto. In fact, Ekman found that there are 6 universal facial expressions: surprise, anger, fear, happiness, sadness, and disgust. These are recognized in all cultures. Can you match the emotion with the photo? So every single, no matter what culture you're from, if you saw these photos, you could figure out which emotion they were displaying. And then when you go to the slideshow on Google Classroom, I want you to watch this nice, really good video on Ekman's research. That's on the last second to last slide. Although cultures share a universal facial language for basic emotions, they differ in how much emotion they express. Cultures that value individuality, like the U.S., display more visible emotion, while cultures that encourage collectivist ideas, like China, have less visible displays. And then there is the facial feedback effect, the tendency of our facial muscles when we're actually using them in a smile or a frown or anger, they can trigger those corresponding feelings. For instance, a smile is contagious. When you see others smile and it makes you smile, then it also makes you feel the feelings, feel happier. You know how you walk in, you're like, what's everybody smiling about? What's going on? And you like smile, and then you feel happier because you see other people smiling and you start smiling. And that's the facial feedback effect. As a summarizer, you can answer these in your notebook. What role does gender play in our ability to communicate nonverbally? Compare and contrast the emotional expressions across cultures. And how do our facial expressions influence our feelings? I hope you have a good day.